Welcome to another episode of the Automotive Architect Sales Podcast. I am your host, Ron Garverick. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got excellent news. I am happy to announce that Ron Garverick, that's me, is an Amazon.com best-selling author. Who could get any better than that? Man, this is such a great honor to be able to be an Amazon bestseller. Did I ever think that I would ever have the opportunity? No, never. Never thought I would have the opportunity to be a Amazon bestseller author. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and he was like, Ron, man, I got to tell you something. Remember back in the day when we were up in Kansas City, you made the comment that you were going to be an author someday. You were going to write a book. And I was like, nah, man, I ain't going to write no book. And he was like, no, you said it. And he said, the funny thing is, you did. And that's amazing. That's amazing to see that 20 years ago, I said I was going to write a book about my life. And it happened. It happened. It's right here. It's right here. This is a great opportunity. Anybody, guys, anybody, if you set your mind to something, it will happen. If you set your mind to being able to do something in your mind, it will happen. I 100% believe if you set your mind to something, it will always happen. And see, the reason I wrote this book is because I want to change people's lives. I want to make people better. I want people that are struggling right now. I want people right now that are struggling, that think there's no possible way that they will be able to succeed in life, that they have the opportunity, that they have the will, they have the way. I want people that are in the automotive industry, in any kind of industry right now, I want them to know that no matter what, whatever they set their mind to, they can become great. This book is not just for me. This book is for everybody. This book is to help everybody succeed in life. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I didn't have uh all the nice things as a child. I had, my dad died when I was 21 years old. I just turned 21 years old and my dad passed away. I had hatred towards God. I had hatred towards him taking my father away from me. I was so disappointed that I felt like I failed. I felt like I failed him. I felt like I failed the opportunity for uh to being a kid. I felt that God took my father away because I wasn't worthy of being a son. And I went to drinking, I went to partying, I went to womanizing, I went to hurting other people so they could feel the hurt that I have or the hurt that I had. And the good thing is that when I decided, it took a while. It took a while for me to fully decide to grow up, to become a better person. When I stopped being selfish of myself, when I stopped being selfish and started being a person that would want to help others, then I started seeing other things happening in my life, positive things happening in my life. But it wasn't going to happen unless I decided to let go and let God, to let go and let God. Now, don't get me wrong, the automotive business has done so many great things for me. It has gotten me out of debt. It has gotten me to where I need to be today. It has made me a more powerful and more motivated person. There's a greater purpose out there to help others. The funny thing is, Zig Ziglar said, to get what you want, you must give others what they want. That is so true. And when you start opening up your mind and deciding this is what I want, but before you can get to that next step, you have to start giving people what they want. Start asking, what do you want to do and what are you trying to accomplish? I want to be successful in the automotive business. I can help you. I want to make over $100,000 a year so I can provide for my family. I want to help you. I just want to be able to go home and live a nice life with my family without arguments. I can help you. This is a great opportunity. This book is so, man, when I read it, I do read my own books. I do read because it's so amazing how things that was in my life, and I reflect back with them, and I'm just like in awe. I'm in awe on how my life has been, and you could do that too. Now, I'm not saying write a book, but I'm saying make your own story in life. Make your own story in life. Make it where it will go on from generation to generation that your kids and your grandkids and your great grandkids can look back and say, "Man, grandpa, great grandpa, my dad, whatever, my mom, whatever, did such a great job." When you think that things are against you, when you think God turned his back on you, think again because he is still trying to talk to you. He's still trying to get inside of your head saying, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you trying to do and what are you trying to accomplish? Go this direction. Go this direction." What really gets me about this book, what really gets me about this book is when I read it, I keep going to the last page. And if you haven't bought the book yet, I'm not going to read the whole book. But when you go to the last page and it says, remember, no matter what you're going through in life and you feel like giving up, just think back at this book as I will lead you to the journey of my life and my struggles and the bad things I went through. We have a story to tell. You have a story to tell also. We have all experienced things in life. No one person in this world has a perfect life. We all have fought hard that want something more. As we finish the last chapter of our book, it's your time to start the new chapter of yours. A chapter you will tell your kids and grandkids about. A chapter that will start with your new journey, with your new life. Since the time you opened this book and started reading about the things I went through, you have related in some way. You have looked back in your past and said to yourself, I thought this only happened to me. You deserve more in life than what you have been given. God is not holding you back from success. He is keeping you from it until he thinks you're ready for the opportunity. He only gives you certain opportunities in life And then when you fall back, you have to realize is because you weren't ready. This is a sign that you need, the sign from God. He speaks to you every day and guides you with his words. But we are programmed not to listen to him until we fall on hard times. And then we start yelling for his help. The reality is he's been listening to us, but we have never heard him telling us where to go and what to do. Find love. Find the reason to love. Hate is so contagious and can ruin any relationship or direction we may have. To be successful in our life and our business, you must open your heart for others and their success. Have an open mind. You've got to listen to your inner self and ask for guidance. Everything that I've shared with you, I have personally done it. Follow these directions and this guidance, love and forgive yourself, and you will finally find the real you. That's in this book. It can't get any clearer than that. It is so powerful to see what God gives us. Now, I'm not rampaging on how God this, God that, blah blah blah. But we have to have an open mind about it. We have to have an open mind that we are brought here for a purpose. We are brought here to help others. We are brought here to live a prosperous life that we have been giving. And the only reason we are where we're at today is because of the direction God has been putting us on. I believe solely that we are brought here for some reason. We are brought here to better our lives. This episode is brought to you by Dealer Elite. Dealer Elite is a website you need to go to, dealerelite.net. Engage with the brightest and biggest stars in this industry. Go to dealerelite.net and engage with the best in this industry right now. And Street Volkswagen of Amarillo. Street Volkswagen of Amarillo has the new ID4. Check out the new ID4 that they have. They also have other kinds of new cars like the new Taos, the Crossport Atlas, Arteon, Jetta, and the all-new Tiguan. Check it out today at www.streetvw.com.
Before, we'd always be late and on empty. Now we're just late. Kids?
Before, no one used to listen to me. Hello, ID? I'm cold.
Before, we couldn't take in the sweet sounds of nature.
Seriously.
Before it can change the world, it has to change yours. The all-new, all-electric Volkswagen ID4.
Number one automotive sales podcast. Broadcasting around the world. 100% positive mindset on making over $100K a year. You want to make more money and close more car deals while keeping a positive mindset. This is the show for you. Broadcasting around the world. This is the Automotive Architect Sales Podcast with Ron Garverick.
You are back on the Automotive Architect Sales Podcast. I am your host, Ron Garverick. We've been talking about the book, Finding the Real You. It is an Amazon #1 bestseller. If you haven't bought it, go out and buy it today. It is awesome. And I'm not just saying that because I wrote it. I'm saying it because, man, it is out there. It is the book, #1 bestseller. I mean, I can't get any closer to reality than that. #1 bestseller. You can see it right here. Amazon.com best-selling book. I don't feel like I'm the kind of person that needs to always brag, but this is a great accomplishment. And I am proud to, say that it is an Amazon bestseller because, and I put 3.5 months into this book. I put a lot of soul searching into this book. And I believe that there was a reason for me to write it. And I swear, I hope that each and every one of you that buys the book, reads the book, and sees the story, and you could relate to it, and you can look at it and go, man, this is crazy. I thought I was living a life through hardships and struggles, and if I can get out of it and become something, then then I can too. If Ron can get it and get out of it, then I can too. But there's man, how many chapters in this book? 11 chapters. 11 chapters in this book. And it goes from growing up all the way to finding the real you. And it's very inspirational, very motivational. And when you pick it up, I appreciate you because, man, there's just so much inside this book that will help you along the way of your journey. And it doesn't even have to be in the automotive industry. You don't have to be in the automotive industry to buy this book. And I try to guide it away from the automotive industry because I want it to relate to everybody, and try to make them understand that you know you have to let go and let God. And I can't push that enough. And you know when you first get into life and your journey through life, and you start looking at things in a positive way instead of thinking that things are against you, that everything that you do is because someone's against you or something's against you. It's really not. And you have to just step back and realize that you can make the change. You can make the change in your life. You can make a change in the right direction. And all you got to do is just allow God into your life and allow opportunities to happen where it needs to happen, because there's so many people out there right now that don't believe in these things, but they're the first ones to complain when things don't go right. They're the first ones to complain when their life is in crumbles, and they just want to fight with everything. And one thing that I learned is, you know, you have to have a positive mindset. You have to have the thought that I'm brought to this world for a reason. I'm brought to this world for a reason, and it's to get better in life. But what I want to tell you is you got to stay committed to your decisions, whatever decisions you make, but stay flexible in your approach and focus on the end that you're after. Things that go on in your life is only given to you because you deserve what you get. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that in a positive way. You have to allow yourself to grow. Excuse me. You have to allow yourself to grow. You have to allow yourself to become what you want to become. Guys, gals, I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to understand that no matter what you're going through in your life, you can overcome any objection that's thrown. It's a test. It's a test that God wants to see if you're able to overcome. This is the last thing I want to tell you right now. You are great. You will be great. And no matter what you do in your life, do it with a purpose. Have a wonderful day.